Well, Olight must not be too upset at my last video because they sent more lights. So, let's take a look. Alright, so today we're going to take a look at both of the lights. This is the TAC version and this is the everyday carry version. And these are the, I have no idea how to pronounce this, Javelot minis. So the main difference between the two and the TAC version is going to have a mount for, it looks like, oh look at that, not Picatinny. So that's an M-Lock mount. I'm sure they have a Picatinny also if you're stuck in the early 2000s. So we'll unbox these and we'll take a look at them. And then, of course, I'm going to compare them to my favorite weapon light. I don't just compare Olights to these. These are the Odin Minis. I love the lights. They're my favorite weapon light of any brand. And I even shot this one with a shotgun if you haven't seen that video, and it survived. So we're going to open them up and we'll see how they compare to my favorite weapon light. Let's get started. Alright, so this time I'm going to try to be good stewards of your time. I know people like unboxing videos, but instead of going through each one, we're just going to open both of them right away and take a look. I can tell you right now there's going to be a charger, there's going to be an M-Lock mount for this one, probably a piece of yellow plastic on top. Oh, look at that, yellow plastic with instructions saying that, yeah, this is my unboxing, saying that there's a disconnect in between. Oh, look at that. I didn't expect a plastic holster for that. I mean, I would never wear that, but if you're one of those people that like to have a flashlight on your belt, that's pretty cool. Alright, so you get the flashlight. You get the charger, and that's all you need. So, charger, yep, charger going right on the bottom like a typical Olight. Jeez, that's a big lens. And somewhere inside this, there's going to be something protecting the battery. There it is. For making contact. Take that out. Figure out how to use threads. Obviously, I've forgotten the last 30 seconds. And it's vibrating so that it has the vibration when I'm telling you it's low. A bunch of Olights have that, which are actually pretty cool. Alright, so that's that one. I won't bore you with this one. I'll just rip it open, then come back. And ta-da! That's everything in the box. So, with the regular everyday carry, you get a case, the flashlight. It's a little loose in there. It does hold pretty well. Hold in better. Yeah, it holds pretty well in there, but it does rattle just a tad bit. And you get a charger. You get 3 things. So with the TAC light, you get the light. It has this mount mounted on it, permanently affixed to it. You get M-Lock mount, charger, and then some extra M-Lock screws and some Allen wrenches. Now I will say this has changed a little bit. Their mount has changed, and I actually like this better. So if you look at the Odin, this one's kind of clumsy. I would take this off, but you could only slide it out from one side. But I had to JB weld this after beating it with a hammer, testing it. So they're a cool locking device. I did like that, but it was a little bit thicker and you could only get it to it from one side. This actually open up kind of like Picatinny would, and you can slide it in through the top. You can, well, you can't slide it in. There's a screw there, but you just put it in from the top, and then this locks down by hand, which prevents it from opening back up. So that's actually a cool design. I like that. Good job, Olight, on fixing that or making it better, improving on it. All right, let's get into some stats because I know a lot of people like the stats of the lights. So according to the front, 600 meter throw, max 1000 lumen. That's only for a little bit. So 1000, then 500, then 200. The light will go through its own parameters. It gets too hot at 1000. So you're only going to get 6.5 minutes at 1,000, then you'll get 78 minutes at 500, then 19 minutes at 200 as it goes through the cycles. Or you can leave it at 200, which is the low setting, and you get 4 hours and 57 minutes on that. Throw 600 meters, low throw in 267. All right, you can read the rest. Pause it if you really care that much. Sorry, I almost forgot. It does come with a pressure switch too. And although this pressure switch is pretty darn big, it's huge. I do like the fact that it has a low and a high button on the pressure switch itself. And the way that this connects is kind of ingenious. So it's magnetic from the charger and it's locking. So you stick it on there like a magnet and then you push this in and it locks on. And then you have your high and your low buttons. So these aren't fully charged, so it's going to kind of be the same right now. But yeah, that's, if you don't mind how big the pressure plate is, that's actually a really good design. So in typical Olight fashion, if you press down and then let go, it'll turn off. If you just quick tap it, then that's the low setting. And if you tap it until it clicks, that's the high setting. So, and it's the same exact thing on the Odin Mini. So bringing up the Odin Mini, let's compare the two. I can't tell you which one that you should get. I mean, this is actually a really nice light, but the lens on it is absolutely huge compared to the Odin Mini. That will probably help with the throw, but I use flashlights for home defense mainly, so I'm not worried about a 600 meter throw. But I kind of like this better just because it's more sleek. I like the way that Olight's going with this. This is very robust. It's a good light. I actually like this. I was surprised. Looking at the photo, I didn't think I'm going to like them, but obviously, I guess it's kind of the same size. But it looks bigger in the photo on the box. I thought it was going to be too big for weapon light, but it actually isn't. So, it's pretty good. I'm going to get that mounted on a weapon so you guys can see it, and then we'll do our wrap-up. So real quick, one of the things that I like about Olight's mount, I mean, it looks kind of weird how it mounts off to the side, but what I like about that is you can use different parts of your M-LOK to get the same results. So if you have side space and you want it up here, then you can flip it this way. If you have side space and want it down low, you can flip it this way, or you can do the same thing on the bottom or top. So depending on where you have space, you can make this light work, which is one of the things that I actually really like about this mount. So something else that they changed with the mount is they actually have some grub screws in here that you can tighten down, and what it looks like it does, it threads all the way through, and they come out and go up against your firearm. And I guess it might take some of the wobble out of this. I've never had a problem with this wobbling. No way I would tighten up down onto my firearm. You are going to mar up your firearm if you do that. So I'll just take those out. Okay, and there we have it all mounted up. And see what I mean? There's no play in this. So, I mean, tighten up grub screws if you really want to. But there's that. You can mount your switch wherever you want it. It's yelling at me because it needs charged. Or you don't have to use this at all, and you can just use your thumb and thumb press it. But that's the size of it. It's actually not too bad. There's the Odin Mini for comparison again. And this mount, the Odin Mini will work with this mount. So for a comparison, that's what I mean with the size. I mean, that's just, it's slimmer. So the body about the same size, the tail a little bit wider, and the actual lens a lot wider on this one. But what can I say? Yeah, I like this one. So good job on this one, Olight. Thanks for sending it for the video. Like we've said in all of our video, Olight sends these to us, but they expect us to be honest and fair, and that's why last one, this one, I don't like that light, but I actually do like these ones. So if you're looking at these, I would say go for it for the price. I think the everyday carry right around $75. This one, the tack light, is right around $100. I don't think you can beat it for $100. If you can, make sure you put that in the comments. I would love to see a light company that can beat the Olights for the money. So throw it down in the comments. As always, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, all the wonderful things that all of our viewers and subscribers do for us, and like all of our videos. If you want to talk about that further, make sure you join us every Thursday night for our live chats. Thanks again. Catch you on the next video. So typical Olight fashion,